True Hoop TV. We're talking about NBA sophomores with David Thorpe. How are you, sir?
Doing fantastic, Henry. Happy holidays to you, buddy.
Oh, happy holidays to you. So look, you did an innocent enough thing, which is to rank sophomores in the NBA. It's a nice exercise. But my mind is just meaner than yours, I guess. I quickly went to wow, a whole bunch of GMs done screwed up something royal. There's just a lot of bad picks there. Can we talk about this?
We can. That's why I'm here, I think.
Okay, good. So your top 5 among sophomores: Anthony Davis, Andre Drummond, Damian Lillard, Jared Sellinger, and Terrence Jones, who were drafted as a group, average spot drafted 11th, which means a whole bunch of guys went way higher than them. What happened there?
Boy, you are just a mathematical genius, Mr. Abbott. Amazing.
I studied hard through 8th grade.
Exactly. Not a lot of genius picks in this class. Yeah, so a couple things happened, I think. For whatever reason, the most egregious error, I would guess you'd probably agree with me, is the Andre Drummond situation where he went 9th and he had to go top 2. Had to go top 2. Now that we've seen, and we could have said this literally a year ago, he had to go top 2. I don't really know what the red flags were with him. We do know in some of the other players that you talked about, but we don't really know why he dropped so far when a guy that kind of looks like Shaq and kind of plays like Shaq, seems to like to play around the rim with an amazing body and great hands and athleticism. And I don't really know he was obviously a franchise center to most of us looking. I don't really know why he would drop so far. And then Terrence Jones was kind of
two of your guys, Andre Drummond, Jared Sellinger, were both fat in college. They were both heavy, right? And if you're a GM and you draft a fat guy, that doesn't play very well. You are inviting criticism upon yourself.
Well, yeah, look at the Anthony Bennett situation now. He legitimately is fat and terrible for Cleveland right now. But what I like to argue is college kids eat a ton of pizza. They take creatine and all this crap to get them bigger. And the college game, Henry, is all about power. Okay, it's allowed to be about power because the referees let it be about power. The pro game is about sleek athleticism with man strength, which they all get when they get older at some point. Some guys come in the league with it. Some guys get it pretty soon there afterwards. But it shouldn't be hard to take any player who's got that kind of build and get them sleeker, faster, quicker, while also making them stronger. So it shouldn't be a red flag. But you're right. I think in Drummond's case, too, they're worried about his personality and how much did he love to play basketball and what was his work ethic like. But that's a big worry to drop that far down with a guy so obviously talented.
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist was 2nd. Dion Waiters was 4th. Thomas Robinson 5th. Austin Rivers 10th. Royce White 16th. It's unfair to bring him up, but he was well ahead of, your guy Jared Sellinger was 21st. Terrence Jones 18th. Are these just inevitable part? You just can't know what's going to happen, or is this bad GMing?
Well, I definitely think it's a combination. I mean, in Sellinger's case, there was talk about a major back issue, and I don't know how fat he was in college. He was heavy his second year more so than I think was when he first came in to college. But the guy destroyed high school basketball, destroyed college basketball, has a very good IQ for the game, a great feel for the game, great hands. When was the last time a guy had a back problem coming into college in a sense, or coming to the NBA and never being able to play? I don't really recall that. So it seems like they were a little too panicked, allowing, because GMs don't understand medical speak, I think it's a little Chinese to them and they get worried. The same thing happened with DeJuan Blair 5 years ago where people thought, well, we can't draft this guy because he has no ACLs. Meanwhile, the kid never missed a game in college. I don't think he's missed a game in the NBA either, by the way, and he's a terrific energy player for an upstart Dallas team off the bench. So I think in that case, there was some concern there. The Austin Rivers, I still think has a chance. Dion Waiters, I thought was a bad pick. I didn't get the fit Henry at all then. I don't get it now. He's not a fun guy to play with, and he's definitely not a compliment at all to Kyrie Irving, this magnificent scoring, passing, shooting point guard. That just was a big swing and a miss there, I thought.
We talked about Terrence Ross earlier. He was 8th, ahead of Andre Drummond, and you used this word. I wrote down. Take a note. Your note was terrible.
I don't think Terrence Ross is a terrible player.
No, terrible pick at that point.
Right. That goes without saying. When Drummond's on the board there, I mean, again, all these teams that passed him except for the Pelicans clearly made a mistake.
Yeah, this is a fun thing. The Pelicans, they took Anthony Davis, #1 overall, obviously. And you make a good point here. Here are the last 10 years of #1 overall picks: Dwight Howard, Andrew Bogut, Andrea Bargnani, Greg Oden, Derrick Rose, Blake Griffin, John Wall, Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, and Anthony Bennett. Where would you, if you had your choice of any of those players, where does Anthony Davis fall?
He might be 2 or 3. There's some great players on that list that obviously Derrick Rose and the injuries are a horrible situation. Blake Griffin's amazing, but I don't think anyone doesn't take Davis over those guys because he's
take him over Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, I think you go Davis because of the impact he makes on the other side of the floor, Henry.
Yeah,
I don't think Anthony Davis really has any idea how to play offense, and he's still fantastic because he's so good in transition. And he's pick and roll. He's very good too. Wait till he develops a little bit of a post game and more of a jump shot. Those things are going to happen for him, but he can dominate a game on both ends, and he's a baby still. So I think that Dwight Howard probably goes 1 in almost any draft the last 15 years, but Davis is right there maybe. Well, Dwight Howard probably is just after LeBron, and then Dwight, and I think maybe Davis goes after that, and if not, it's really close. So clearly he's the class of the draft.
And a little shout out to Patrick Beverly and Ryan Roberts, both made your top 20 undrafted.
Well, Beverly really is the most intriguing one, just because he's starting for a likely contender, certainly a playoff team, maybe the best defensive point guard that I've seen so far this year. I know there's some Chris Paul's great at steals and Rubio's great at steals and Mike Conley's great at steals, but Beverly, I think, can be a steals guy and a lockdown guy and just kind of a pain in the ass to play against. So great job by Houston getting him. He's going to be he's making Jeremy Lin an off the bench player where he fits in great, by the way, but it's because what Beverly does as a starting defensive player in the overall for them that makes him such an intriguing player for them and them such a contending team.
All right. Thank you, David.
Thanks, Henry.